hotel brands, and he joins us now. Bill, thank you very much for coming into the studio.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now, we mentioned that budget of $1 million per room. So that's taken by the budget for the whole hotel, and then we divide it by the number of rooms in the hotel.
That's
so that
correct.
also includes the restaurants and the spa, that sort of thing.
Exactly.
But that's still a pretty large amount of money to be spending. I mean, what is it going on?
Well, you know, our work, sometimes we have a $2 million budget per room. Sometimes we have a $20,000 budget per room. So it goes on all sorts of a variety of things, but most importantly, it goes towards making experiences.
Like what? What's the most indulgent thing you've done as a hotel designer? What have you done where you've gone, yeah, that's a high point for me?
Well, all of these images that are behind us, they're from my latest project. It's called Lamarck University, which is actually a JW in Phu Quoc. It's the island in the south of Vietnam. And we made it feel as though it's a 1800s old French university. So there are buildings there that are made in 1860 all the way up to the 1930s. And we've taken then a hotel and dropped that into a university. So for example, that this particular image here, that's in the room where the biology department was. And there was the old chemistry department, and so that's on the beach. And so that's the best place in the world in order to mix drinks for a chemistry bar, right? So we've taken what is a normal hotel and made it into a learning experience, and that's the most important thing.
You're obviously really invested in what you do. Do you ever go back to the hotels that you've helped design and build, like a secret shopper, not letting on who you are, and start getting a bit annoyed and fixing things, and an antique is in the wrong place or the desk needs to be moved? I
actually am employed as the visual policeman to do that on many hotels. We've done 14 Four Seasons. And so for all the Four Seasons basically in Southeast Asia, I go back to every year and make sure that things are looking good. And then we do reports and make sure that things are polished. And we're constantly being employed to renovate. So it's like when I do something like this, it's like a baby of mine, and I want to see that baby grow and nurture. And for example, the Four Seasons in Chiang Mai, we've been going back to that now for 28 years, every single year, and nothing gets done without me knowing about it.
Now, why Southeast Asia? Is there a particular demand there for ultra-luxury hotels?
Well, Southeast Asia, as you know, is the most beautiful place in the world.
Do you live there?
I do. I've lived there for 35 years. I live in Bangkok there, and we have a wonderful studio in Bangkok and Bali. I employ about 180 people, and we design architecture, interiors, landscape architecture. We design the uniforms, we design the menus, the graphics, and even the music that the guests hear. So it's a complete immersive experience.
When you were a kid, did you imagine that you would be a hotel designer? Was that always your dream?
No way. There's no way. No way. I was artistic, but there was no way I could understand that that's what I was going to be doing. It's a very niche market.
And what's your favorite hotel in the world?
My favorite, good question. My favorite hotel is a little place that actually, it's called Chintamani in Siem Reap. And Siem Reap is in Cambodia.
Okay.
Okay, and it's just a few minutes away from the temples there. But I've owned it for, design and own, but I've owned it for about 15 years now, and we have a foundation there where we help. We have a hotel school, we have kids that graduate every year, we build wells, we have community services to help farmers make better farms. So it's a social responsible hotel that helps a heck of a lot of people. Okay,
Bill Bensley, hotel designer, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Now, let's just take a quick look at the US markets before we go. And Wall Street is open higher on the back of those strong Walmart and Cisco results. You can see there the Dow up more than 0.5%, the Nasdaq up almost 0.75%, and like crude, following Brent crude down more than 0.5%. That is it from Talking Business for today. Coming up after the break, Philippa Thomas will be back with Impact. Don't forget, you can get in touch with me and some of the team on Twitter. I'm at BBC Rachel Horn.